Hello everyone, this is Bethany from Southern Couture, and I am sharing all about my gratitude documented setup, my plans, and everything that I have ready to go so that it will make it hopefully easier for me. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. I hope it will help you and give you some inspiration and some ideas. If you are wanting to know a little bit more about what gratitude documented is and where really this whole idea kind of started, head over down below in the description. There is a link to a video I did earlier this week where I'm unboxing the Illustrated Faith Gratitude Documented Kit. And I do talk a little bit about what gratitude documented is. I share the kit and what I'm going to be using as I work through it with daily prompts through November. So hopefully that will help you. If you've missed that video, then check it out. So my plans this year are going to be very, very different than ever, because any day now I will have a baby number 2 in my arms. And so that means that through the month of November, I am not setting myself up to be disappointed in myself because I set all these unrealistic goals of being able to do so many different things each day for prompts like I would normally want to do. And so I'm starting out just keeping it simple. I shared a video last week about that, keeping Bible studies simple. I'll link it down below if you missed it. And that is what I'm going to do, and I encourage you to do the same if you're already feeling overwhelmed or you're afraid that you will set these high expectations and you'll be disappointed when you can't meet them every day. Just whatever season you're in, I want you to meet God there in the Word, and that's the most important part. So for me, it's going to look different this year. It's going to be very, very, very simple. But have no fear. For those of you that do like to do all the things and you want a traveler's notebook, a journal, a flip album, and a Bible entry, or whatever it may be, I do have another video, hopefully by the end of this week, that you can check out. I'm going to give you lots and lots of ideas, sharing past projects that I've done, sharing ideas for all these ways that you could still do gratitude documented. If this is not how you want to do it, this will give you inspiration. Or if you want to do multiple things, hopefully that video will help you too. So I want to have something for everyone, but if you are in a slower season, maybe this will help. And even if you're not and you're wanting to use the Illustrated Faith kit, this is going to help you. I'm going to share how I set mine up using supplies from the kit too, okay? So this is my little Spotty Dot Traveler's Notebook cover or holder you guys see all the time in my videos. And as of right now, I mean, when I said simple, look at it. Usually I have this filled like with all sorts of supplies and goodies, and actually I don't even have my pen in here. Oh yes I do. It must have fell out or something when I was using it, or forgot to put it back in there. So I have a black pen here, which will be my go-to supply, and then I may add a few things over here that I want to, maybe incorporate. I'm not sure. But as of right now, it's just going to be basic and simple for me and clean, and I'm okay with that. So I have my little traveler's notebook here that, it's like a mini notebook that came with the kit. Like I said, you can check out all the goodies that came with the kit in that other video that I have linked down below. And I'm going to share more about my setup and flip through this so that you can see everything in it and how I did it. So one thing I want to mention is that I'm using supplies from the kit. I'm also using past supplies. So like this sticker you see here, this really fun floral sticker, it still matched the color palette. This was from past kits and other things that I had in my stash of goodies. So shop what you have as well, and then grab some other new things if you want to. But that's kind of what I did just to keep it simple for me. And I actually just sat down, watched a Hallmark movie now that Christmas movies are out, and decided that I would work on getting it all set up and ready to go. One thing I also used with setting it up are some printables. I love printables because you can print them over and over and over as many times as you want. So I have a whole new collection. It feels like it's been forever since I've been able to get some in my Etsy shop, and I'm really excited about them, and I'm going to show them to you now. So I have printables for fall that are in the shop that I re-released for this year for fall. You can check those out. I will leave a link down below to my Etsy shop where those goodies are, and I hope you will enjoy them if you didn't grab them from last year. And then here's the new ones. So I have several collections of fall goodies that are in the shop. There is one called Counting My Blessings, and those are some that I used for Gratitude Documented, I believe, last year. So I'm just going to continue with that same title for this collection. It's Counting My Blessings, but it will say Volume 2. So make sure you look for that, or if you're searching in the search bar for those specific listings, just make sure you put in Volume 2, or you can just put Counting My Blessings. It'll pull all of them up. I love the color scheme. And one thing I've realized is that a lot of the color scheme for Gratitude Documented and the printables also went along with mixtape, since I'm going to have that in here and still be reading through it probably as well. So I don't know. I just thought that was something fun. But these are what I've done before in the shop. If you have been here while you've seen this, and if you haven't, then I'll explain real quick. But these are memory card shapes. So the Memory Decks system is very popular. And so these are just some shapes that fit nicely in there that you can still punch and put in yours. What's really cool about these is you just can cut them out, write directly on here a scripture or a quote, a prayer. You can layer it with like another grid block or something like I have here and put it there. Alpha stickers, stamps, whatever you want to do. I love them. I also like putting them in like my journaling entries in my Bible or whatever. So you get in this one 2 pages with these adorable acorns and the leaves. I just love them. I had some of these last year and fell in love, especially with those acorns and the striped stems on the leaves. And so I wanted to do some colors to match for this year's. So those you can grab, like I said, at the link down below. And then these are some memory cards. Instead of having the shapes, these are just like, you know, the little square or rectangle box that you can put in your system. And I loved having the little leaves and the little acorns on there with all these coordinated colors, and you'll have 8 of those, so you could print these multiple times. If you wanted to do a daily entry in on a memory card and store it in there, you could do that. And then we have some fun little page starters. You know, I like to print these now on the clear sticker paper, which I will link down below. And so what's great about these is when you print them on that paper, they become like a transparent onto the page. So it looks like you've actually used watercolors or acrylics or anything like that. And so that's why I love these, to add a background accent color, especially for Bible journaling entries too. And then you can layer some of the other fun stickers or ephemera from the kit. And then these are kind of new to the shop, and I've really been enjoying them. These are the pocket journaling cards. So they're going to be a little bit thinner, and they're really fun if you like to do pockets in your traveler's notebook. These slide in really well because they're a little bit thinner. They also fit great in here, and I'm going to show you how I use them in mine as well. So you'll have 2 pages of those. And then I'm using the grid blocks like crazy. I'm using one for every single day that I have an entry, and I'll show you that as well. And you get 2 pages of those, and there are 32 of them. So you have more than enough for each day. And then here are your standard like journaling card size that I have as well in there with matching colors. And it has these adorable, I love the little washi strips at the top. I just think that's so much fun. So there are all the printables that you can grab for this year if you're interested. Again, that's Counting My Blessings Volume 2. I will leave the link down below. And also we'll do the 15% off again for the first week that those are live. So for the next week, you can use the coupon code BLESSINGS15, and that will give you 15% off this whole collection in my Etsy shop. So I'll leave that coupon code down below for you as well. Now, let's just get started looking at the traveler's, or the little mini traveler's notebook that we have. This comes included in the Illustrated Faith kit. I believe they have, they're probably going to be sold out. I think they have extreme low stock right now of the full kit at the time I'm recording this, but they did add some of the a la carte of these little mini traveler's notebooks if you wanted to get one, or the digital version I believe is also available where you could get it and you could cut it out yourself. This is just a little mini clip that I had that I just kind of keep. What I've been doing is keeping it like clipped to the page where the prompts are, so that I have that easy to flip to. And that's what that was there for. And then I like to just add a little bit of fun embellishments. So I found these pretty, like I said earlier, floral stickers that came from a previous kit that were in my stash. And then when I open it up, I added a little bit of fun stuff to the front cover. As always, I like to start off a study with a prayer, and so on this page, I used one of those large memory card shapes of the acorn, layered it with one of the pocket journaling cards. Also behind it is just some other fun elements I found in my stash. This little sticker here of the leaf. This was a gold foiled, like a green, like leaf green type piece, and so I just put that down behind it. I used the kit washi tape here, and then these are the stickers from the kit as well, and this little blue tag is also. So all of that, I'm going to put my prayer in there. I put these extra little stickers I found on that side, and that's how I had it. And then this little clip, like I said, I had it here so that I could just keep that place for the daily prompts. And then it's easy to just flip, there to it. Now, at the beginning, you have your daily prompts for each day with the scripture. I've added some washi that I had in my stash that coordinates, and some other little fun goodies up here. And then these little heart stickers came with the kit too. So here's basically how mine is going to look, with a few extras on certain pages for every single day. One thing I say is, when you're doing a daily project, if you are afraid that you'll be pressed for time, or you're having a limited amount of time to do your study each day, keep a pattern. That's like one of my go-to things. I tell people, keep a pattern with your entries. When I do 100-day books that we've done in the past, I keep a pattern on those entries in my Bible, so that it's something like, I still want to do an entry, I still want to document it and get it in there, but I know kind of what my process is going to be, so I don't have to spend all this time feeling like I need to pull out this stamp and this one and this and that and doing everything. So for me, that's going to work this year. And so one thing that I did, and I went through every page, was I used I have a number stencil that was in one of the previous kits, and I went through and marked every single day, because there's nowhere on here does it have the day or prompt, for that day. And so I wanted to make sure I knew which day I was working on. So you'll see I have those all marked there that I just put in. I used my the Zebra Mild Liner Technical Drawing Pens, because I used the finest one, because it does so good in that stencil. And then I went through and had each prompt for that day, and just went ahead and wrote it in under that scripture. Now, that was left blank so that if you want to add more scriptures that have to do with strength, then you could. But I just used the one that was already there. And then what I'm planning on doing is using these little grid blocks. I have one on every single day, and they're right there beside that day for that prompt. And so what I'm planning to do is use them to either write the scripture. If it will not fit, then I may not do that for that day, or a prayer or declaration, whatever it is that I decide. But it's a place where I want something that will stand out. So if the scripture is really standing out to me that day, that's where I want to put it. If it's a prayer, I want to put it there so that it's the first thing that kind of pops and you see with your eye when you're flipping through. And then I went through and just randomly put different color blocks with different washi that coordinates. This is the kit washi. And then each page has one of these fun little hearts that also came with the kit. Now, this clip is here so that I have it marked so I know exactly what page or day that I'm on as well. So kind of like a little bookmark. And then, like, when you flip over here, you'll see I have that same setup with the grid blocks, the scriptures are written in, the little hearts. And on this one, I just happened to go ahead and add a little pocket journaling card. It fits great in there, the ones that are in my shop. And so I thought I'll just add that in with some kit washi. And that'll be fun if I want to add some extra journaling. What's great is, what I would like to do is have some more of these printed, and then, go ahead and stick them in my notebook or cover here. So if, like, I want to really go into more about patience, I could just grab one of those out, stick it down with some washi if I needed more journaling space. So that's kind of how my whole setup is. I even put these in here. This might be a place where, like, if there's a word that stands out to me as well, that I would put there. And that is my entire little setup. Okay, that's what I have on every single page. I'll flip through them just so you can see them. But when I say I'm keeping it simple and I have a pattern, I'm being very truthful about that. So here we have on this one, I had this really pretty black and white floral vellum. So I just put that in there. That was in my stash. I thought it was really pretty. And then this is another vellum piece as well. I believe these come from that Heritage collection from Maggie Holmes last year, and I had some left over, so I put that there. another little tip in. Some of them I use the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher just to add a little extra detail. And that's how my whole book is set up. This was the little things, and when I think of gifts, I think of things that are small as well in life each day. And so I added that there just for a fun little extra card or tip in that I had. And I'm really, really happy with how it turned out because it's going to be already set up for me. It's a pattern, it's simple, and it's really going to take my focus off of worrying about not getting to do all the creative things that I would normally like to do with the kit supplies, and being able to really just focus on the word, which is the priority and what I want to focus on the most. And so that's why it makes me happy that I have it done and ready to go. And then back here I had another little card, and then because I thought this would go along great with the prompt for life, I have these are the moments I want to keep in my heart forever. And so that is it, guys. That is my setup of Gratitude Documented for this year, just using the little mini notebook that's in your kit. You could even get this, like I said, digital, I believe, and print it off and put it together and do, some of the printables here as well. And you would have your whole setup ready to go. Now, some people like to work through setting theirs up daily, so they wouldn't want to go through and have it all done ahead of time. That's okay too. You could have all your supplies ready to go, your printables cut out, whatever you want, and then you could go each day like that and not box yourself in, maybe creatively if you have the time to do so. But for me, it works right now to be able to just go ahead and have it ready to go, and then I don't have to have that stress, especially with a newborn, right? Because I still want to join in, and I still want to be able to study the prompts and the scriptures each day, but I do want to set realistic goals for myself as well. So I'm going to just pop that little guy back in there. I've got my traveler's notebook ready to go, and even some more fun printables that I could print out and keep to add along in here in my cover if I needed them. So guys, I hope that was helpful for you to see my setup. If you're like me right now in a season where you want to have it prepared ahead of time, things are maybe needing to slow down for you a little bit, then hopefully this will help. And don't forget though, I will be back later this week to share some ideas for things you can do that are a little bit more elaborate and a little bit more in detail if you're wanting to do multiple projects that way, and give you some ideas from things that I've done in the past. So stay tuned for that video. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know how you're working through Gratitude Documented this year, and share that with everyone, and that will help others have some ideas and inspiration for what they could do too if they want to do more than just what I am. All right, make sure you subscribe, click that bell icon, and I'll be back very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.